Hello, intuitive friends, and welcome back to the channel. If you hold on one second. All right, hello, intuitive friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you may be. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Lexa Tarot. If you're watching this after the live stream and you would like to take part in a topic question reading, usually it's 5 minutes, then feel free to subscribe to the channel and turn on your notification bell and all notification alerts. If you are a current subscriber, welcome back. And for those of you who are visiting and who are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Alexa Tarot, and I am a second degree Reiki practitioner as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. All that information is there as well as in the chat. Today, this live is going to be for super chats and super chats only. Now, the question that I'll be channeling, or the topic, 5-minute topic reading that I'll be focusing on, is your past, present, and near future, focusing only on your love life. Okay. That'll be the standard 5-minute reading. However, if you are interested in a personal question focusing on love, okay, your super chat must be $10 or higher. Okay. And then I'll be more than happy to answer your personal private question. But other than that, this super chat only live will be focusing on your past, present, near future in regards to your love life and your love life only. Okay. That being said, I want to welcome each and every one of you. And I want to thank you, my subscribers, my new viewers, and visitors alike, for your love, your support, and your loyalty to the channel. Take a look at the membership side. Okay, so if you are a current subscriber and you tend to, or you foresee that you're going to be attending super chats more often, then take a look at the membership. I do have the Oracle of Thanks, which is just focusing on those of you who would like to donate to the channel and would like to say thank you for the free readings that either you have already gotten, or the chance for the free readings that I will be doing. Those I'm going to focus only on Sundays, like spiritual Sundays. I think I'm going to go in that direction. I'm totally new at the super chats and all that, but last night I had a great time with subscribers that really came out. You know, we had about six subscribers that really took part in that super chat, and of course, I want to thank each and every one of you for that. It was very generous of you, and I really appreciate it. But today, again, no free readings. If you are interested, this is a super chat only. I will only be focusing on one topic only, and that is August. Of course, August is the near future, right? So I'm looking at the past, present, and near future August energy in regards to your love life. Please note that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. My credentials, private reading, and testimonial links are in the chat. Okay. And the legal disclaimer is as follows. Readings are for entertainment purposes only. Please remember, readings should never replace professional licensed medical, financial, therapeutic, legal advice, or professional licensed medical, financial, therapeutic, legal help. My readings are for entertainment use only and are not replacements for getting licensed professional medical, financial, therapeutic, legal advice. Okay. I'll be calling you in the order of your super chat. Again, let me explain the following. The super chat is only going to be focusing on answering past, present, near future energies regarding your love life. Okay. However, if you want to ask one super chat personal question, the chat must be $10 or more. Okay. Other than that, we're going to be focusing on the past, present, near future. I'll be giving you 5 minutes. As you all know, sometimes I go a little over on that, but that's fine. But if it's a personal question, then that's going to be, of course, $10 or more. and I will extend it over to 7 minutes or so. Okay, so no worries about that. If you've been here before, you already know the format. Hello, Monica. Thank you, Monica, for stopping by. Welcome. All right, Monica. Yes, we're gonna take a look at your question in a minute. Okay. Oh, hello. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good night, wherever you may be. Thank you for joining the super chat again. Monica, really appreciate your generosity. We're going to be focusing here on your personal question. Said was okay. Now remember, these are yes no questions. I don't like yes no because they tend to limit certain things. Okay, so I want to focus more on. I'm going to read your question and we're going to tailor it so we could get the maximum amount of clarity, as I always like to do. Okay. So I'm going to read it to myself because I believe I've turned off the live chat once the live is over. So, okay. So we're going to take a look at, so listen, do you want to know, so Monica, let's reword that. Do you want to know about his feelings at the time you guys were together? Because I can dive into that. So it'll be like, what was my ex feeling? What were my ex's feelings towards me at the time of our connection? Does that sound good? Because then that would be an open-ended question. I'd be able to get more information for you on that. So you give me the thumbs up if you like that. But in the meantime, for those of you that are watching, as you just see, as you're seeing right now, this is a personal question. And like I said, personal questions will be $10 or more. But the standard 5-minute reading, super chat only, I'll be focusing on your past, present, and near future love life. Okay. Oh, okay. So, okay. Okay. So let's see. All right, so let's see how I can word this so it's more open-ended. Give me clarity here on maybe we can, okay, hold on a second. Let me see what you wrote here. Okay, if you really want to, I'd like to know if you really wanted to be with me. Okay, got it. So, all right, so I'm gonna ask it like this. I'm gonna ask ex's feelings about wanting to be with Monica. Give me clarity on that. So let's gain the maximum clarity that we can in regards to Monica's ex saying that he wanted to be with Monica but couldn't. Give me clarity on that. What were the feelings connected to that? Okay. And did he really want to be with Monica but couldn't? Let's see. Give me clarity here in regards to that. All right, Monica, let's take a look here at what's coming through in regards to this ex. All right, we have tender bridges, building connections with empathy. Yes, I feel that that may have been the case. There were definitely feelings for you. Okay, so I do feel that there was a tenderness towards you. There was feelings towards you. Okay, so it says tender bridges. There may have been internal or external conflicts connected to that, but there was here emotions connected to that. All right, to wanting to be with you. Okay, let's see what other feelings show up here in regards to, so far it's looking like that's the case, but let's go a little deeper. There was a soft spot in this ex's heart or emotions for you. Okay. It's as if there was a vast, and how I'm seeing this here, it's like a vast space between your ex and you. Okay. But even though there was this vast disconnect, maybe because internal or external conflicts, there was still there fondness towards you. Okay. Give me more on this ex's feelings in regards to him wanting to be with Monica at the time they were together, but couldn't. Let's see what else is coming through. Yeah, you see? See what I'm saying? Validation, confirmation. There was a confusion here inside of him. Like I said, there was either internal or external confusion. Was there feelings for you? Yes. Okay. Did he want to be with you? I feel that there was here a sense of care, compassion, and a soft spot. Okay. In regards to you, was he clear? No. This person, this ex, was having some type of internal or external instability in their life. They were very confused about which way to go. And that may not have had anything to do with you, but rather some, like I said, internal or external conflicts. Okay, Monica? See? Not for you. This person, there were other things happening here. Did he care? Yes. Could he be with you? He was confused. Didn't know which way to go. Didn't know which way to turn. Okay? There were decisions that had to be made, even though desires and fondness was there. Remember that I said that I was seeing clairvoyantly your ex on one side and you being on the other, right? And I said that I feel that there was some disconnect there. That's exactly what I saw before I even shuffled this deck, is exactly what's being shown here about what I was explaining, what I was seeing clairvoyantly. It was like you on one side and your ex in another, and something being of an obstacle in the middle. So validation, confirmation there. Let's see what else is coming through. Yeah, definitely. I agree. I feel that that was honestly the truth here, because that's what I'm getting from the beginning of beginning of the reading with Tender Bridges. Again, there were emotions, there were feelings, there was a sense of fondness. Okay, there was a sense of care, love, devotion, whatever adjectives you want to describe that special soft spot your ex had in their hearts. But like I said, this bridge was exactly what I was seeing. Your ex on one end and you in the other, and there's a disconnect there. And with that disconnect, confusion was either internal or external that your ex was dealing with, and that the elephant in the room, or elephants, okay, because it could have been more than just one thing, was very much in the way of being able to express the love, the care, the kindness, and the compassion that was felt on this person's end. Okay. Let's see what else is coming through in regards to this person's feelings. So yeah, very, very specific here on what's coming through. And thank you so much for giving validation, confirmation after what I am sensing, feeling, and seeing clairvoyantly here. Now let's see what else here in regards to this person's feelings and emotions. So yeah, there were feelings there. that was honest, and the confusion was real, and the obstacles were real as well. It wasn't, you know how sometimes we think it's just someone, BSing us, but no, this was like legit. Something was causing some sense of instability here. All right. Yeah. 4 swords and Knight of Pentacles and the Hermit. Yeah. Okay. So whatever this was in the past or recent past, this person could not, your ex, this is how this is coming through. Your ex couldn't deal with the internal and external conflicts while at the same time focusing on their feelings towards you, because it was just way too much. So something had to give here, okay? And there may have been decisions here that this no contact ex may have made that was difficult to make, but made or ran in certain directions because they just needed a moment to decompress. They needed to go back and just recover, okay, from whatever this situation, circumstance, or event was. 4 swords is really taking a mental break. It's being burnt out, to be honest with you. It's tired of the arguments, tired of the sadness, the grief, the struggles, the arguments, the disagreements, the push and pull, the tug of war. So it's really tired, being tired of that and putting an end to it. And this may have been something that, took a while in the making. Knight of Pentacles is someone who was very cautious. So I don't feel it was like just an overnight decision. Okay, especially with the fact that not for you is right underneath the Knight of Pentacles. And it wasn't an overnight decision. This is something this person may have been thinking about for a while and being very cautious about how to exit the situation, because deep in their heart or in their mind, they knew that it just wasn't going to work. The state of confusion and the state of instability, or the decision that they needed to make, was not going to be conducive to the type of relationship or connection that you may have wanted. But were there feelings there? Yes. There were feelings there. Okay. But there's a sense here of being kind of like, well, what do I do? And the choice may have been to, take a mental break because this person was having a complete burnout mentally. Okay. I'm also going to say emotionally, even though the 4 swords doesn't talk about emotions, but the pain, the sorrow, the confusion, the arguments of the 3 of swords, which is not here, but it's telling me that that's the reason why this person needed a mental break. They were burnt out from all that. And what this person may have chosen to do was to, number 1, move in a different direction alone, meaning maybe not alone physically, but alone in their thoughts. Okay. Hermit mode is, and especially with the 4 swords here, it's this person, making a decision and saying, hey, listen, you know what? This isn't for me, or this isn't for you, or you making the decision. Someone here made a decision, and they made a decision with actions. Pentacles is about tangible 3D type of energy. So this person made a decision to not continue this connection, but it wasn't because they didn't have feelings. It's because that there were other things involved, and this person just needed more time to figure it out. Okay. The Hermit card, right? Virgo energy. They needed to do some type of soul searching here. So the soul searching really kind of, in a way, made this person realize like, hey, you know what? I want to be somewhere else, or I want to do something else, or I want to be in a whole different. Remember the bridge. This person, your ex was on one end, you were on the other end. They made the decision to cross the bridge. They had a choice. Do I go towards you, or do I go towards wherever it is that I want to do and wherever I want to go? And they made their decision, right? But like I said, there were definitely here emotions towards you here. So that I'm not that I'm sure about is how this is coming across. Okay, give me more in regards to this person's emotions and feelings towards Monica here. So yeah, they wanted to be with you in their emotion wise, but there may have been other factors calling them in a different direction. Give me more clarity. Addicted. Yeah. See, there was some type of codependent behavior here. There was something greater. I told you there was a greater force that was in the middle here. Whether this greater force, this obstacle here in the middle, whether that was a blockage, whether that was internal conflict, external conflict, whether it was, they have here possession, whether it was another connection or another person or another situation, whether this was a third party with an actual third person, or whether this was a third party energetically, meaning having to balance work and love, or however that may be. Okay. This person was very much connected to something that they care very much about in their past or recent past. Okay. So that's why they have here addiction. Okay. Golden mirror. Although there were emotions here towards you, Monica, they may not have been the best in explaining or showing. It may have been a little bit of selfishness here at some point. This person may have had to choose between two things, two people, or two situations. Whatever this was in the past or recent past, it was something that they cared very deeply about, which is the reason that the heart is here. Okay. And they chose to go back to whatever that was, or whatever that may have been in the past or recent past, in their past or recent past. So they may have gone back to a decision. They may have gone back on their word. Okay. They may have realized that something wasn't as it seemed, and they may have made that choice. Golden mirror is self-absorbed. Whatever this choice this person made, ultimately, it was one-sided. Like I said, they were looking out for their best interest in regards to their emotions, right? They wanted to go back. That was a decision that they made. They may have, in a way, gaslit you a bit in this connection. There may have been times where you may have thought or felt like, you know what, something isn't right. Something's not going as it should. And instead of being honest about it, this person may not have been. Like I said, it took a while for this person to realize, listen, I got to really make a decision here. I got to really figure out, because this situation with Monica may not be the best for me right now, or may not be the best for me and Monica right now. Okay. All right, let's take a look here at advice for you now after all this has been, said and done. Okay, so let's take a look here. Where's my other deck? Give me 1 second, because I want to leave you with advice for you. Because these are things, Monica, that, you know what, it may have happened. It happened, may not have been the best thing, right, at the moment in time. But there's something here about needing to move on from it, right? Let's see what else is coming through here for you. This person made a decision. For whatever reason they made the decision, they made a decision. Remember, free will is a thing. We might not like the decision. We might not have wanted that decision, but this person has the free will to choose whatever it is that they chose, right? Your question was focusing on that one question that you asked was focusing on his feelings towards you. Were there feelings? Yes. Were there other bigger things here besides their feelings towards you? Yes, also. Okay. So two things can actually exist in that same circle of reality, right? The fact that there was here feelings for you, but the fact that, again, and I'll say it again, this person was confused. Okay. All right, let's see here. Advice for you, my dear. Okay. At the end of the day, this person made a choice. And, like I always say, I'm very honest, I'm very straightforward. Even if we don't like the choices that someone may make, we got to respect them. Okay. So there's a sense here of this person, making the choices that they made. But let's take a look here, Monica, at you, right? Now we focus on their emotions towards you and what there may have been some potential factors here surrounding why this couldn't happen, right? Why this couldn't be. Now let's focus back on you, okay? So that you can pivot in a new direction, so that you can open a new chapter, all right? Let's take a look here at what's coming through for you. What's the advice for Monica right now at this moment in time? Advice here for Monica. Okay, Monica, finishing that first question for you, okay? Listen carefully because this was very much similar to what I said. It's about you and about you moving on, right? It says tolerance. Refusing to forgive keeps you trapped in a cycle of negativity. So even if this situation, circumstance, or event may not have turned out the way you may have wanted to, at the end of the day, this was a person's choice to do what they did and move in the manner that they did, right? You may have a lot of resentment towards this person, which is completely understandable. Okay. I get it. I've been there. Okay. Along with you, I've been there. Okay. But that resentment is only trapping you into a circle of lower vibrational energy. It's not going to allow you to move forward. So that's why this is saying you refusing to forgive either the person, the situation, the circumstance, yourself. It's keeping you in this cycle that you're not going to be able, or that you're having or finding difficulty getting out of. Okay. This says forgiving others or yourself isn't for them. It's to free you from inner torment and the return to the path that you were meant to walk. So this situation, circumstance, or event was a pivot. Okay. Was a pivot. All right. Again, not an easy one, not one that you would choose to have, gone towards, but one that was necessary in order for you to gain the clarity and the freedom for you to make your own choice and to move in a direction that you are in a connection that is equally as invested in you and as certain as you are about the other person, that the other person is in you. Okay. So very, very beautiful advice here. I do want to tell you this though, because there seems to be this sense of energy trapped with the situation. It's like you can't let go of it. I would advise you to use the heart chakra solfeggio frequency. Close your eyes, put your hands on your chest, listen to that. That's free on YouTube to start healing through this situation, circumstance, or event. Okay. You could also do the Ho'oponopono prayer, invocation, or chant. That's also free on YouTube. You can do that also while you're listening to the heart chakra and energetically forgive this person and energetically forgive yourself so you can release yourself from this circle, right? That's become this energy around someone who made a choice or free will, right? Monica, I hope these messages, which again are for entertainment purposes only, have helped here in some way, shape, or form. Thank you so much, Monica. We went really deep here. And, it's funny because I'm seeing here this deer, and it's like you're that deer. You're that person who's sensitive, who's kind, who's nurturing, who's compassionate, and who definitely here is worthy of someone with the equal amount of care, love, kindness, compassion, and certainty as you are in the area of love. So I do wish you the very best. Okay, Monica? Thank you so much for your love, your loyalty, and your support, my dear. Okay? All right, intuitive friends. Thank you so much for joining. I hope that has given you that sense of clarity there. There's a lot that came through in that one question. And again, I feel that, it's time for of acceptance. It's a whole different stage right now at this point. It's a time to accept, and it's a time for you to forgive, and it's a time and it's difficult because you want to hold on, you want to keep holding, but you got to let it go because it's not going to allow you to grow. It's not going to allow you, like this says here. It says, again, refusing to forgive keeps you trapped in the cycle of negativity. Forgiving others or yourself isn't for them. It's to free you from inner torment and return to the path you were meant to walk. Okay? All right, Monica, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for your super chat. For those of you who are watching, welcome. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonial, or my credentials, take a look down below in the description box, or take a look at the chat. Everything is in there. You can learn more about me today. I'm doing a super chat reading. Now, the general topic that I'm focusing on in the super chat is your past, or recent past, present energy, and potential future energy regarding your love life. Mainly focusing on August. Okay. Now, that super chat is as it is. Now, if you want to ask a personal question, a private question, then the super chat must be $10 or more. And I'll be more than happy to dive in. Of course, that's going to give you more time here, okay, for your reading. And I'm going to go and dive a little bit deeper. But yeah, that is the focus today. Hello, Diana. Welcome, my dear. Welcome. Good morning, beautiful. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you are well. Haven't seen you in a while. But yes, thank you so much, Monica. And thank you so much for sharing, that question with me. And all right, let's see here. Hold on one second. Dear Alexa, can I get, hold on one second. Can I get Another super chat, just to dig in a bit deeper, if he made the decision out of chaotic life or a third party. Yeah, you can do another super chat. Chaotic life for a third party. All right. I mean, if you want to still keep asking, yeah, all right, that's fine. Not a problem. That would be another super chat question. We could go in deeper. What the confusion was? Was the confusion a chaotic life, or was the confusion a third party? Okay. All right. So when you send that super chat, I'll be more than happy to dive in to part 2 of your question. All right, intuitive friends, for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonial, or my credentials, feel free to take a look down below in the description box or in that chat. All my links are there. Please note that the August readings are being posted, and you could also join the membership. Okay, so if you feel that you are a subscriber that loves the content of free readings, well, I've given you 2 tiers on my membership here on YouTube. Okay. Tier number one is just saying thanks. Okay, so it's the Oracle of Thanks. But tier number 2 focuses on taking part in the free readings that I give live. Okay, so if you've attended those free readings that I've been doing since the beginning of this year, since January, all the way through July, you already know the format. And if you don't know the format, listen, just go to the playlist and take a look at those live 5-minute readings. That gives you an insight on how I do my lives. Now, if you're interested in that, then joining the Oracle of Light would make sense, because it's one flat fee a month, and you have bi-weekly or weekly topics that you are going to choose, because I'm going to have member polls. Okay. So instead of just getting multiple super chats, you can do that. Now, if you are a subscriber who wants specific questions and you notice that, you know what, I want more than just the 5-minute topic readings, well, I have another tier for you. And that tier is the Oracle of Revelation. And that monthly is, you're going to get everything from the Oracle of Thanks. You're going to get everything from the Oracle of Light. And you're going to get everything for the Oracle of Revelation. So you get all 3 tiers in one with that tier number 3. Okay. All right. That being said, now remember, we do ask open-ended questions, not yes, no. Yes, no is something like did, was. So let's rephrase this, but let's take a look. It says, okay, so this chaos, this conflict that Monica's ex had, was this actually, let me go in a different direction, because I do have yes no cards. You all know I don't like yes no questions. I don't like yes no questions with tarot. Okay, let me tell you a little secret that a lot of you may not know. In a tarot deck, there are more yeses than there are nos in regards to the cards there. Okay, so technically, if we're looking at math, you're going to end up getting more yeses than you are nos. So I don't think that's an equal playing field. So let's take a look here at this question. So I'm going to go step by step. Okay. I'm going to go with the first question. Did Monica's ex want to have a serious committed relationship with Monica? Because of his incompatible, chaotic life with Monica? Yes or no? So I'm going to be looking at the, and then I'm also going to ask the same question with the second one. So I'm going to ask the question for both, okay? And then we're going to figure out, was it just, you? Was it just the other person? Or could have been a combination of both, right? So let's see. Part number one is, did Monica's ex want a serious Okay, let's see what's coming through. Monica with the ex. Did Monica's ex want to have a serious committed relationship with Monica because of his incompatible, chaotic life with, or did not want to have a serious committed relationship with Monica because of his incompatible, chaotic life with Monica? Got it. So yes or no? Give me a yes or no. All right, Monica, let's see. Interesting, because that one underneath wanted to, it says yes. That's showing my direction, okay? So that says yes. So that's yes. Now we're going to see what comes through in regards to J, okay? Now, second question, or second half, I should say. It's the same question, but it's the second half. Did Monica's ex not want to have a serious committed relationship due to J? Okay, now let's see how that comes through. So now this is the J question, or the J section. And then I'm going to take a look at both. I'm going to give you more clarity. I haven't started the timer yet because I want to get the landscape here, and then I'm going to go a little deeper. Okay, my dear? Okay. No. So it doesn't seem that J was the ultimate cause or reason for the not being together. That may have been something else there, but it's not coming across as the ultimate reason. There was something here not compatible, okay, with the chaotic life. That may have been a byproduct, but it wasn't the ultimate reason. Okay, does that make sense, Monica? We're going to explore this a little bit more. I want to explore this a little bit more here. Let's see what's coming through. All right, let's go with you first. So the ex didn't want to be in a serious committed relationship with Monica because it was an incompatible, chaotic life with Monica. Give me more. Give me more. Ooh, another one that wanted to pop out. Yeah, like I said, it's coming out again, Monica. There were feelings there. Okay? There were feelings there. There was love, there was care, there was compassionate That's coming up. Okay? But the real scoop was that there was some sense of incompatibility here in regards to the lifestyle or whatever was going on. I don't know what was going on, but something was going on. Okay? Let's get more. It's the Empress. Look at that. The Empress, Page of Swords, and the Star. That just popped out of the deck very quickly. So here we go. Okay? Again, love showing up. Why do I say love showing up? Because the Empress is ruled by Venus. Okay? Venus, the planet of love, partnership, connection, and so forth. Okay? Venus rules Taurus and it rules Libra. So there was growth here. However, there was a sense here of like, well, listen, let's figure out some ways that we can heal this, or let me find out some ways that I can renew this or apologize or figure something out, gain a perspective here. Okay. So again, emotions were here. Now we're going to find out the but. What's the but here? But there was something here that was not stable. Again, root chakra. There was something here that was pulling this person in different directions. There's a sense here of your ex not feeling that they were truly in their power, so to speak. There could have been some, like I said before, internal or external conflicts. 1 + 4 is equal to 5. 5 is all about changes. There could have been some external changes, internal changes. There could have been something very deeply rooted to stability here. This person may not have felt financially stable. They may not have felt economically stable. They may have felt like the career wasn't stable. They may have felt that the place of location or living wasn't stable. Maybe they were not in the frame of mind, or something here was at the root that was causing some sense of instability with this person. It says hiding yourself. So there was something here that this person needed to figure out. There was a sense of confusion here that was rocking this person to the core. It was becoming very difficult for them to figure out what it was that, how they want to go about this. Now let's explore here about Jay, because even though this decision wasn't made by Jay, wasn't made because of Jay, Jay could have been a factor here. Okay. So we'll see if Jay was a factor or not. But the main reason was something here having to do with the incompatibility here, if that makes sense. Okay. So there was a lot of chaos here happening with this person. And I say a lot because, again, this person could have, it's coming even across as, I don't know if this person was like on the go a lot. I don't know if this person was like in a career where they were like flying and travel was an issue, because I'm getting this energy that this person is like bouncing around. So there's something here, may have been something connected to family. It may have been some type of family pressure as well. There could have been some internal factors here that have nothing to do with you. But remember, when we are in a connection that really steers our heart and our emotions, we tend to have more of this trauma or the things that need to be healed, they come through a lot stronger when we are in connections that that our hearts and emotions are vulnerable. So there could have been things here that this ex needed to heal, but other connections didn't create that challenge for him to heal that. And that may have been something here also. But let's take a look, because I'm interested here in finding out what's going on, what Jay may have had to do in this situation. I'm going to tell you this. Here where it says no, it says grinding your gears, working too hard on it. I feel that Jay may have been a factor in regards to, I'm feeling here like swaying this person in a certain direction. I don't feel that Jay may have been the root cause of the decision, but there was something here that Jay was contributing or adding, I should say, in regards to this internal or external conflict that your ex was having. Okay? Because it's talking about working too hard on it. So they were like maybe saying things here, maybe throwing comments, maybe saying some things that made the wheels turn. Now, what's interesting about this bicycle, because this is a bicycle, but the bicycle is upside down. So there could have been conversations with Jay. There could have been a connection with Jay that Jay may have added to the already chaotic situation that made him also reconsider something. You see what I'm saying? It added to the chaos is how this is coming through. Okay. So that's why I'm like, I want to see what was going on over here too, you know? So that could give you a complete picture of what may have been happening here. Okay. Let's see. Even though Jay was not the fundamental reason, what was Jay's contribution to this situation on Monica's ex? What was the how did this person contribute and not contribute, but you know what I mean, added and piled on to what already was becoming a bigger situation? How does this person compound the issue here? Let's see. We're going to dive in, Monica. Hopefully you are enjoying. You see? What did I tell you? I just said it. It made him think. This person was adding fuel to the fire. This person may not have been the reason why this went separate ways, but this person added fuel to the fire. It made him think. It made him more confused. It made your ex be more confused about what was going on. So even though, remember I said it before I picked up this deck, and I said it because I told you this is a bicycle and its right position is a bicycle. What do bicycles do? They move. But this person is coming in as the opposite. You see? So again, this person added to the situation. It may not have been the only reason, but it was a contributing factor, because whatever was being said or spoken or shared by your ex and Jay made your ex feel like, okay, I got to put a stop on something here. Okay. And it made your ex think. See? Unfinished symphony. There's something that wasn't quite making sense after this person was adding their 2 cents in the situation. I knew it. I saw it. I felt it. I'm like, there's something else here. That person may not have been the ultimate reason, but they definitely were a contributing factor. All right, let's see. Let's see what's going on here. How did Jay influence this decision? And I feel that that's what it was. This person influenced. That connection with Jay influenced more of the chaos here. Okay. It made him think. It made him say, it made him question. That's how this is coming out. It made him question things even more. You see what I'm saying? Again, Jay wasn't the ultimate reason, but Jay contributed to the actual, like, okay, you know what? Fill in the blank. All right, let's see what else is going on, or what went on here with this X and J. Give me more clarity here on that contributing factor. Monica's X and J. Let's see. Let's see. There you go. The Magician. Yep. I'm telling you. There we go. Bingo. Ding, 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 ding. Exactly what I was feeling here. All right. Let me break this down for you, Monica. All right. The Magician in tarot, ruled by Mercury. Okay. Mercury is about the clarity of the mind, the clarity of communication, knowledge, being able, it focuses on travel. It focuses on forms of expression. Like I said, Jay's energy was shifting actions behind the scenes. It was shifting, maybe not, I mean, listen, I'm going to be straight, like I always am, straight up. No one can force anyone to make any decisions. Ultimately, people have what's called free will, and we all exercise our free will, right? But there was coaxing involved. There was this sense of like, maybe, and I'm not saying this is the case, but we work better together. Our energies are more compatible. Our lifestyles are more compatible. Our, whatever works better together. You see what I'm saying? There could have been that sense of mutual skills, mutual ways of thinking, more compatibility in some way, shape, or form. Okay? It could be in different ways. Whatever this was, Jay, I'll say Jane, I don't know why, but Jay was behind the scenes adding to this. Okay? Now, there was a lot of passion here. There could have been this sense of drive and ambition. There was this sense of newness that Jay brought to the table that your ex may have been like, this is interesting. So there was passion. There were new things brought to the table. And that made or contributed the ex from thinking, okay, there may be a brand new beginning with this Jay, or there could be here some new insight that Jay may have shared that made sense to your ex. So here on the J side, your ex has the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords. Aces are about new beginning. So their action, your ex's action may have been like, let me try this new connection, or let me try these new strategies, or let me implement what Jay was talking about or has made me think, or maybe just the actions, the compatibility. Okay? Maybe. But there's a lot of aces over here. So there's a sense of, even though this wasn't a root cause, it may have very well been a contributing factor. Okay. Let's see what else is coming through. Last but not least, give me 1 second. What other? All right, I'm going to use this last deck here. Hopefully this is giving you a sense of clarity. And I'm going to, of course, give you an advice, okay? All right. So I hope that this is making sense. But you see how when we do one question at a time and we uncover slowly what this is about, it gives more clarity, okay? So, Monica, I would advise you to take a look at the membership. That may be something that you may want to kind of join there, because it gives you the opportunity to get one personal question a month, and you can get in-depth question. But it's it's once a month. But if you want to do it individually through super chats, you can do that also. Give me more information here about this X and J. Yeah, you see, there was some sense of compatibility here. They have blessings and they have answers. I told you there were conversations being had over here. Didn't I say that? I said there were conversations being had over here. These conversations brought some type of insight to your acts. And although J wasn't the core reason or the core factor, J contributed to swaying this person, your ex, into something that your ex may have felt had a greater chance to deal with whatever internal or external conflicts it may have had. They have blessing and answers. So there could have been something coming through in regards to that. Okay. So hopefully that's giving you more clarity in regards to not only the circumstances potentially here on your end, but also the circumstances potentially on the end of J. Like I said, I do feel that there was a contributing factor. There may have been more of a compatibility in the connection, in the talks, in the whatever this was over here with Jay. All right, let's take a look here at advice for you now that you've gotten the clarity that you've been seeking. As always, Monica, remember that these messages are for entertainment purposes only, and let's take a look at the advice here for you. What advice do we have for Monica now that all has been said and done? Advice for Monica now. You have here, move lightly. Okay, this is all about you moving into a new direction. Second time that you've gotten the same message. But let's see. It says move lightly. What you are trying so hard to control is often what you most need to release. That may be this entire situation with your ex. But now that you have clarity, maybe now you can move on, right? So it says what you're trying so hard to control is often what you most need to release. When you stop attempting to hold everything in your hands, the universe will lay down a path that is more aligned with you. So again, and this is exactly very similar to the message that you got in the other reading, in the other question that you asked. There could be more compatibility out there for you than this person who may have been your ex. You see what I'm saying? Yes, you love them, you care for them, you thought this was it. but maybe there was a sense of incompatibility here that sooner or later, this person was going to go in a different direction. So why not sooner than later, right? The last thing you want is to be cold played. You know what I'm talking about. That's all I'm going to say. Get in a connection, 20 years down the line, the person decides to do something crazy like that. You know what I mean? So there you go. So this is talking about when you stop attempting to hold everything in your hands, the universe will lay down a path that is more aligned with you. Let go of what isn't yours, and what is truly meant for you will flow your way. Again, you may have an opportunity here after all that has been said and done, after this person has made their decision, and it gives you an opportunity to be, number one, to heal, to release, to move on, but also to be more open to a connection that may be more compatible with you, with your lifestyle, with your beliefs, with your core values in regards to connection, in regards to establishing something in the future. Okay? Monica, I hope these messages have been insightful. We have really dug deep here in regards to getting the nitty-gritty details. I hope that this has been beneficial. And then I'm going to read now your it said, oh, thank you for being honest. I've had a lot of, oh no, this is Diane. It says, Monica, yes, his life was crazy, chaotic, and there were some fundamental external challenges. I needed to hear about this. Okay, all right, good. Monica, you wrote, he met Jay some time ago when we broke up, but they eventually broke up because of a serious issue like explosive conflicts. Yeah, this person, yeah. We eventually got back together for some time, then broke up. Yeah, there's a lot of confusion surrounding this person. I talked about it in one of the readings. It says Jane would have more compatibility. Thank you for this confirmation. That is what I needed, because I felt, hold on, because I felt so confused to make sense of all of this. Yeah. Listen, I'm going to tell you, this X, and remember that I said it in not in this question that I answered, but the one before that I answered for you. I said that person has a lot of internal or external conflicts. When a person has that much, and remember, addicted came out in that reading about him, about your ex. That could be trauma. That could be childhood trauma. That could be family situations. That could be a whole truckload of stuff that has nothing to do with you, has nothing to do with Jay, but everything having to do with your ex. And until your ex does not heal or stop an unhealthy coping mechanism, he's going to continue that in every single relationship he gets into. It's going to be a continual pattern. There's an MO there. There's something that he's not looking at. There's something that he's not addressing. And he's going from one person to another person, to another person, to another person, to another thing, to another situation, to another environment. And that is just, again, turning a blind eye on what he needs to take care of. The bottom core issue is something stemming with him. Now, this connection here, Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords, he's going to have, I feel like this is the type of person who begins every connection with that energy. And then later finds out, oh crap, it's because I have internal situations. It's because, you know what I mean? There's something this person isn't addressing and wants to address it, or feels like they can fill the void of whatever that distress or internal external conflict is by continuing to hop here and there. And that's just honestly contributing even to more of an internal or external conflict in regards to your ex. So listen, best thing here is that, you have an opportunity to be with someone who is more healed, more stable, more secure, and better equipped to really be open to a new chapter with you. So Monica, I hope these messages have been insightful, because boy, did we explore this topic. Thank you so much, Monica. Don't forget to take a look at the memberships. That's also another option. And if not, no worries. I'm going to continue to be doing super chats here and there. So don't worry about it. I will be back at some point. I hope that this has brought some sense of clarity, my dear. For those of you who are watching, welcome. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you would like to join this super chat, well, go ahead. This is only a super chat reading, which means that I'm only going to be focusing on the following topic, which is your past or recent past, your present energy, and your near future energy in regards solely on your love life. Okay. Now, if you want to ask a personal question, a private question, one only, well, then feel free to super chat that at $10 or more. Okay. So it's up to you how you may want to navigate the super chat, right? But if it is the standard super chat that I'm doing right now, the standard one is 5 minutes, and I'm going to solely focus on your potential, your current energy. Your past in your love life, your current energy, and near future. Okay, potential near future, all focusing in your love life. Okay. All right, let me see. Monica wrote, yes, that is so true, dear Alexa. Okay, dear Alexa, thank you for these insights. I feel much calmer now that this confirmed what my intuition was telling me. There you go. I'm so happy that has given you a sense of inner peace. And, like I said, work on that heart chakra, solfeggio frequency, and that Ho'oponopono prayer. Clear that energy field, and allow yourself to heal from this. Allow yourself to heal from this. There's more coming up for you, Monica. There's something else coming up for you that's better in alignment, and definitely someone more healed in their journey. All right, intuitive friends, I'll be leaving in the next couple of minutes. So if you are interested in participating in a super chat, feel free to join now. And again, if it's the regular super chat, it's going to be just focusing on your past, recent past, present, and near future energies here, focusing on your love life. You're still going to get an in-depth reading, and of course that's going to be 5 minutes. If it is a personal private question, must be $10 or more, and I will go in deeper and give more clarity on that one question. Okay. For those of you who may have missed the opportunity yesterday, I'm coming back again. I might come back later on this evening to give another round of super chats for those of you who are interested. And I want to thank each and every one of you for your love, your support, and your loyalty. Monica, thank you so much for joining me once again. I'm so happy that things are feeling better for you on your end. As you all know, these messages are for entertainment purposes only, but I greatly appreciate your love, your loyalty, and your support. I'll see you guys later tonight, and take care.